Hey guys, Wade Willis here for Wade's Weeb Reviews, coming here to talk to you guys today about Higurashi Gou, Episode 6. And this is Part 2 of the Cotton Deceiving arc, not Cotton Drifting arc. I've loved every episode so far of this season. This was a little bit lower on my enjoyment of episodes, although we did get a lot of great looks of Shion, and she really took over the episode for me. I am biased. Those of you that see my other episodes, huge Shion fan. But I feel like she did completely take over the episode, which makes sense because this kind of is her arc, hers and Mion's. This video I'm going to talk about my key takeaways from the episode, differences from part 2 of this Cotton Deceiving arc versus part 2 of the Cotton Drifting arc. I'm going to talk about what I liked overall in the episode, and some things about that I didn't necessarily like. And finally, for those of you that have been following this, I'm starting to do like predictions and like some of my tinfoil hat stuff, and that's going to be at the end of the episode. So if you're new to the series, I'm not going to go hard into anything that might spoil upcoming episodes until I get into the prediction part. Before I go any further, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm doing these episode reviews of Higurashi. I'm going to continue doing my arc reviews of the original Higurashi, and then I'm doing live reactions now for Higurashi as well, along with a bunch of other anime shows. I'm starting that this week. So if you guys like live reactions, I'm going to have that, but if you like more reviews and analysis, I have that as well. So you guys should totally subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, leave a like. One of the most important parts in this episode was the if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us type of thing. And it shows how close-knit the town is. And Shion really emphasizes this. We see when the town starts, they're about to crush those skulls on those hoodlums. We also see how close-knit the town is. And that scene was different. If I remember correctly, in the original, the townspeople actually, they just kind of showed up and kind of intimidated those guys. Here they were like ready to actually beat them up. So completely different there. I said Shion stole the show. She really did. This was a Shion episode. One, we all like the way she looks, but we saw how smart and manipulative she can be. And we started to see some other stuff too that I'm going to get into later. But particularly with the doll, like trying to like get Keiichi to buy a doll at the place that her sister was working at. Hardcore manipulation there. And then the whole tea scene that did happen in the original, almost to a T. It was very similar. I think they're going to, the whole breaking into the shrine, they're really building up the suspense in this. In the original, they did make it, once they break into the shrine, it was creepy, but they didn't leave us, if I can remember correctly, on a cliffhanger. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. But I don't remember them creating as much suspense as they did in this. But yeah, that breaking into that shrine is going to be super important. All of us that have seen the original or done the visual novel, we know how important that is. But I think they're really going to mix it up for us. Again, they kind of are leaving us complacent. Nothing crazy has really happened in these first 2 episodes. It's been pretty chill. They've given us little glimmers I'm going to get into later that is different than the original. I really feel like something super crazy is going to happen inside the shrine that we've never seen before. I feel like every time we start to get complacent in this show, watching it, something wild really happens. So I'm really excited for the next episode, the way they built the suspense. they're going to have to deliver. If they don't, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed. Now, differences. And tell me if I'm wrong, I don't remember the scene in the original where the creeper dude like trips Shion. She spills the stuff on his crotch and he's trying to get her to wipe it off. I don't remember that in the original. If it was in the original, it did not leave an impact with me like it did in this, because I was incredibly disturbed, and obviously I'm Shion Gang, but it really bothered me how creepy that guy was, and I was super pumped when Keiichi went in to kind of save her, and I was even more shocked that the guy like legit just judo chopped him into submission. I did not expect that, because stereotypically how that guy looked, we would not think he would beat the hell out of Keiichi in one shot, which was really strange to me, and I don't know if that made anyone else feel like it was a bit out of place. But again, if that same thing happened in the original, let me know in the comments below. I may be spacing, but if it did, the way they did it in this was, I'm going to remember this all the time because it really bothered me. I've talked on and on about how Shion really stole the show, and this was her episode. We start to see how much she can control and kind of pull the strings, which I liked. It shows the complexity of her character, but they dialed up just the animation in this. They have really outdone themselves with making her look super attractive, but the kind of like cutesy winking things and how she is flirting with them has also been dialed up immensely, like in the writing and the plot. So not just the animation obviously is more visually appealing, but she's a lot cuter in her personality, and really she's going, like, she's simping hard on Keiichi, which is incredibly interesting to me, because she was flirty with him, but in the original, but not to this level. Like, this is some next level stuff. And again, the way they had the whole got her accidentally spilling stuff because the guy made her spill the stuff, we see why she would maybe be sprung on Keiichi, because he did go and try to defend her and everything. So understandable why, if someone did that for you, even if they get beat up, they tried to protect you. And the fact that that did happen, I'm assuming she didn't have to clean it up, and those guys probably got kicked out. So even though he didn't really protect her by beating up the guy, he diffused the situation. So makes sense why she would be into him. I mean, the biggest difference is her getting Keiichi to buy the doll for her. That definitely did not happen in the original. When she runs into her sister with Keiichi, I believe that's at the end of the first episode in that arc, and it's right after the townspeople kind of save Keiichi, and it is kind of same. She's walking arm in arm with him, but Mion randomly kind of runs into them, and it doesn't look like it's as planned as Shion going to a store that she probably knows Mion works at, and kind of dialing up the oh, this is the first major gift my love bought for me. All her little digs were really funny, and they are really dialing her up in this. And in the original, I don't remember them showing Takano look creepy at all in this arc, or really Shion. So the fact that they are showing that is kind of interesting to me, and I'll dig into that in a second. But that is a big difference. I don't remember them showing that in the arc, original arc like this. My favorite things of this episode, obviously, I was really skeptical about Passion taking on this project. I did like their how they did High School DxD. I don't know if I liked their animation style better than the first production company, but it was pretty good. And how the first episode, I don't know, I felt uneasy about how it was going to go. And now I've really been drawn to it. They make things so much creepier than they did in the original. And that goes with the sound and the writing and just everything about it. They are able to make it creepier in this, and Passion's doing a great job with that. Obviously, kind of the way they're showing Shion. If you're a fan of Shion at all, you're definitely a huge fan of how they're animating her. Unless you're a weirdo, I don't know how you couldn't like the way they're animating her if you already liked Shion. And the way they're doing the flashbacks, how it looks like old footage and stuff, I really like how they're doing that. And I feel like they're diving in. The way they're doing the flashbacks, I just like a lot more. It looks a lot creepier, eerie. I'm just a huge fan. I'm not going to say it's a dislike, but someone in my comments last episode kind of said, like, I hope they don't keep doing the same plot where they mirror the original arcs and then just have a twist at the end, because eventually you're going to get used to that, which I do agree. I feel like they are introducing enough things in these reworks of the original arcs, even though it is a sequel, but they're introducing enough that I feel like they're setting it up for the new people and giving those of us that have watched the original or done the visual novel, they're giving us some twists. So they're trying to appease both sides. I hope this is the last arc, that they kind of are mirroring it. One more after this, I guess, would be okay, but I feel like they need to start doing more of an original story that isn't mirroring the arcs. But again, they're trying to get the new people acclimated to the town and the world. So I understand what's going on, and they are putting in enough twists that I'm fine with it. If that is the structure for the whole season, I'm not going to like it though. But if you guys disagree with me and you would love that, let me know in the comments below. But that's just my feeling. I can't remember the guy's name who commented that, but it was a good point. I would not be a fan if it did continue that way, and I don't think it'll go that way. I think we're going to start having much longer arcs, like they kind of did towards the end of season 1 of the original, and just in season 2 in general was pretty long arcs, if I remember correctly. Now, for those of you that haven't watched the original and don't want me pulling things from the original into my theories and stuff, this is the time to turn off the video now, because I'm going to start spitballing here. Big thing I noticed that seemed very different to me. In the original Cotton drifting arc, I don't remember them making Takano really look creepy at all, or Shion for that matter, that we saw. And they're showing us kind of a disturbing, like, creepier side that we did not get in that time, which again makes me happy. Okay, they're showing us different things, and they're showing stuff for the new viewers, so they come up to I really think we're going to get a big drop of Takano possibly being bad. One of the key quotes that I remember, like, when she said, like, oh, like, I'll get my biggest needles ready for you. I don't remember that in the original. If she did say it, let me know. Could be a quote from the visual novel, though, because some people have been coming in and saying, hey, this was in the visual novel. Let me know if it was in the visual novel. But I don't remember her saying that. And the voice actor, I feel like, is dialing up the creepiness way more. I did not expect her to be bad until you get the reveal in season 2. Maybe other people saw it in the original, but I did not expect her to be really the big bad until maybe the episode before we get a reveal. I started, like, kind of questioning her just because things didn't add up. But I feel like we're getting that reveal this next episode. And if she didn't say the needle thing in the original, I'm thinking that maybe she is remembering some of what happened in some of the other arcs. So, again, we know that like everyone in the crew can kind of remember certain things here and there. If she didn't say that previously in this coinciding arc, I think that is foreshadowing for us that, along with how creepy they're making her, I know she didn't look that creepy in the original to me, and they're really dialing it up in the animation and everything. And I think the voice actor is really dialing it up a lot more in this, and I think it's on purpose. So I have a feeling that she does remember, like, maybe losing to these guys, or some of the issues that she has here and there. So I think that's gonna be a big reveal to us, possibly in this chapter. If not, I think that we're gonna learn in this arc that she's not as she seems. I could be wrong though, and I've been thinking that maybe Mion is gonna be the one that snaps. And I believe they said, someone told me in the visual novel that they said in the 100 years Mion never got the disease. I have a feeling the stuff with the doll and like they're showing her jealousy as much in the original, perhaps a bit more because Shion's actually doing more. And I feel like there's more reasons to actually be jealous, even though Keiichi did give her the doll. All the stuff that Shion is doing, I feel like would probably bother someone a lot more than Keiichi just saying she's kind of boyish. But maybe I'm wrong. If you guys disagree, let me know. If this is in the visual novel, let me know. But I kind of have a theory that we know that the Furude head is kind of like the queen that's immune to the disease. Could the Sonozaki head actually be immune to it as well? Is that something that's passed down as well? Would make sense. And that's something that maybe Mion will never get the disease. And perhaps we'll find out why. Or maybe she will get it. And again, guys, I'm beating a dead horse, but we're 6 episodes in and Satoshi still has not been mentioned. Which again, they keep adding all these things in that were things that we saw later on in the series. Why is Satoshi not mentioned? I think this is going to be really important, and I keep waiting for Satoshi mention. 6 episodes in, he's still not been mentioned. Very strange. Does anyone have a theory of why he hasn't been mentioned yet? Do you think there's going to be a big reveal? But yeah, guys, I'd love to know your theories. Let me know in the comments below. Again, you guys have been doing a good job, like mentioning spoiler in the comments and then doing return a bunch so you don't spoil it for people who maybe are going into this blindly and haven't watched the original. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Give me your guys' spoilers. Did you like, or give me your guys' theories, predictions, and let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I'd love to know.